Have you ever noticed that some people can control your decisions without forcing you? You think you're choosing freely, but somehow you end up doing exactly what they want. This isn't magic. This is dark psychology, hidden psychological techniques used in business, relationships, and even in your everyday life without you even realizing it. Now think about this. What if someone is manipulating you right now and you have no idea? Or even better, what if you could spot these tricks and protect yourself or even take control of the situation? In today's video, I'm going to reveal 12 powerful psychological hacks used by politicians, big companies, and even people around you. But remember this knowledge is powerful. Use it to protect yourself, not to harm others. So make sure you watch till the end, because as we go deeper, you'll start realizing what has been happening to you all along without you ever noticing. The first psychological hack is called priming. By using this psychology hack, we can catch people who are trying to make us look crazy or manipulate us, and we can also use it for good purposes. There was a very big millionaire in the USA named Nicky Stein. One day, he went to watch a baseball match with his girlfriend. His girlfriend was not interested in watching the match, so both of them started playing a betting game. For example, like the hot dog seller, will the person catch it or not? Or will a drunk man stand up to support his team or not? Or how many boys will turn back to look at a girl walking by? Nicky said 5 boys will look. His girlfriend said 3 boys will look. But what happened was that 6 boys turned back, so Nicky won the $10 bet from his girlfriend. Behind them, a Chinese man was sitting and watching them betting. Then the Chinese man said, "This player who is running will dive." A $100 bet was placed. Nicky thought he should also join this betting game, but unfortunately, Nicky lost the $100 bet because the player actually dived. After that, Nicky got angry and felt like his reputation was getting damaged in front of his girlfriend. So, in anger, Nicky made a $1,000 bet and said, "The next player will miss." The Chinese man said, "Okay." The next player actually missed, so Nicky won the $1,000 bet. The Chinese man felt a little bad and then made a $10,000 bet and said, "The bowler's cap will fall." Nicky thought this was impossible and said, "Okay." As soon as the player bowled, his cap actually fell and Nicky won $10,000. Nicky was surprised that this could also happen. After that, Nicky's girlfriend got very angry and told him to stop betting because he was losing. But Nicky took it on his ego and said, "Let's do a $50,000 bet. The next foul will be from the blue team." The Chinese man analyzed and said, "No, it will be from the red team." Unfortunately, Nicky lost again because the next foul was from the red team. So Nicky lost $50,000. After that, Nicky said, "Let's bet $100,000. Nicky said the next 3 balls will be missed. The Chinese man said, "2 balls will be missed and one will be hit out of the ground." First ball missed, second ball missed, but the third ball was hit out of the ground. So Nicky lost again. Now Nicky was about to leave, but the Chinese man laughed at him. Nicky's ego got hurt, so he said, "Now let's bet $2 million." The Chinese man said, "You don't even have that much money." But Nicky actually had the money, even if it wasn't his own. His girlfriend got very angry and told him not to do this, and even the Chinese man advised him to stop. But Nicky refused. The big bet. Nicky said, "Choose any one player from the field, write his name and jersey number on a paper, I will guess it." The Chinese man agreed. Nicky also said, "My girlfriend will guess it." His girlfriend got very angry and scared and said she wouldn't be able to do it. Then she picked up binoculars and looked at the field. She saw a familiar face. That person was not actually a player. He was placed there as part of a plan, and he was Nicky's friend. She thought this must be Nicky's plan, so she chose that player and said, "Number 55. The Chinese man's smile disappeared, and Nicky won $2 million. The truth behind it. You might think this is like the movie Focus, but this is presented as a real story of a gambler. The trick used here is called priming. Nicky already knew the Chinese man. He purposely booked his seat near him and even intentionally lost early bets to make the Chinese man feel like a winner. Most importantly, he had already primed him with the number 55. How? Traffic signs, billboards, shopping malls. His car number was 55. His room number was 55. Bills ended with 55. Hotel design matched 55. Even songs related to 55 were played. So even if the man didn't notice consciously, his subconscious mind kept seeing 55 again and again. Also, Nicky's friend was shown to him multiple times, so his face felt familiar. So, when the time came to choose, the man unknowingly picked based on that influence. This was not luck. This was a psychological principle, priming. Some people use priming in bad ways, and some use it in good ways. If you start your day with good habits, right arrow, your whole day becomes good. If you start with negativity, right arrow, your whole day becomes bad. Big companies also use priming to decide how much you earn, how much you spend, what decisions you make, and what you buy. They slowly push you in one direction without you even realizing it. The second psychological hack is gaslighting. Nowadays, the younger generation is using it a lot. It is also widely used in relationships. For example, someone might say, "My boyfriend is gaslighting me." This story is connected to the 19th century. There was a woman named Bella. Her husband's name was Jack. Both had the surname Manningham. Jack wanted his wife to go crazy because he wanted to become rich. His wife already had a lot of money, and she also had an expensive necklace. That necklace belonged to her aunt, who was murdered. Jack believed that the necklace was still inside their house. Then Jack started using psychological tricks because he wanted that necklace. He thought that by using these tricks, he could make his wife go crazy. First, Jack isolated his wife. He stopped her from talking to anyone and stopped her from meeting people. He made her completely dependent on him. He even stopped her from going outside. Then Jack started playing with her thinking. For example, wherever Bella kept things, Jack would move them to another place. When Bella asked him, "Did you move this? I kept it somewhere else," Jack would say, "No, you put it here yourself. I even saw you placing it here." Also, there was a gas light in the house. Jack would secretly dim the gas light. When Bella made it brighter, Jack would dim it again. When Bella asked, "Did you dim the gas light?" Jack would reply, "No, you did it yourself." In this way, Jack was playing with Bella's mind. Because of this, Bella started doubting her own thinking. She began to wonder, "Am I really going crazy?" But in reality, this exact story didn't happen. It actually comes from a 19th century London play called Gaslight. In gaslighting, a person makes the other person feel wrong. They make the other person doubt their own reality. For example, something may have happened to us in childhood. When we tell our family, they say, "No, nothing like that happened." Also, some friends might go out without us. When we ask them, "Why didn't you tell me?" They say, "We can't go anywhere without you. We would never go out without you." Actually, this is also a psychological trick. This is called gaslighting. In gaslighting, a person makes you doubt your own thinking and beliefs. They make you feel like, "How can this even be true?" Now, if we look at boyfriend and girlfriend situations, when a boyfriend checks his girlfriend's phone and sees messages from someone, he asks, "Who is this?" Instead of answering, the girlfriend says, "Why are you checking my phone? Don't you trust me? You don't respect my privacy." Because of this, the boyfriend starts feeling guilty. He thinks, "Why did I even ask?" Actually, not all of this is gaslighting. The third psychological hack is social proof. A man named Salt is walking somewhere on the road. On the way, he meets another man named Paul. They introduce themselves to each other. Then they both start walking together. While walking, they see a fat man. He is lying unconscious on the ground. Actually, he is fine. He has just drunk too much alcohol. That fat man looks rich. Then Paul checks his pocket to find an ID or phone number so he can inform his family. When Paul checks the pocket, he finds a business card. The fat man is a businessman. He also finds $10,000 in his pocket. Now Paul starts getting greedy. Salt also thinks he is already a rich businessman. If we share these $10,000, it won't matter to him. While they are checking more things in his pocket, they notice a wristwatch. It looks very expensive. Salt says, "Wow, Patek Philippe Aquanaut automatic rose gold watch." Salt removes the watch from his hand and starts walking away. Paul says, "Where are you going? We will share this half and half." Then Salt says, "You take the $10,000, I will keep the watch. Let's leave quickly before someone comes." Paul says, "No, everything will be shared equally." Salt says, "How can we share equally? I don't even have money in my pocket. You take the $10,000, I will take the watch." Paul says, "Come to my house. I will give you $30,000 plus these $10,000. You give me the watch." Paul thinks the watch is worth $100,000. Salt says, "Okay, I will come with you. Give me $30,000 plus these $10,000, and I will give you the watch." So Salt goes to his house. The deal is completed. Then Salt and Paul go their separate ways. The interesting part is that Salt is actually a con artist. The fat man is his friend. They planned all of this. They have done this scam many times with many people. The fat man's name is Marco. The watch he was wearing was fake, and the $10,000 notes were also fake. The psychological technique they used is called social proof. In social proof, we create a social perception. For example, a fat man wearing good clothes looks rich. If he wears an expensive watch, he looks rich. If he has $10,000, he looks rich. No one thinks all of this could be fake because, socially, it looks real. Some people don't actually have money, but they wear expensive clothes and show off expensive cars. Why? Because they are socially proving that they are rich. In reality, no one knows the truth. They are just showing off. Because of this, people give them respect, money, and status because they don't know the reality. The fourth psychological technique is go slightly wrong. If you want to ask someone the truth, they usually won't tell you directly. But if you use the go slightly wrong trick, you can easily get the truth. Suppose your colleague has resigned from a company and joined another company. If you ask directly, "Which company did you join?" he may not tell you. So you use this trick. You say, "I heard you were going abroad." He will say, "No, that's not true." Then you say, "Are you going to Delhi?" He will say, "No, I am still in Bangalore." Then you say, "Are you starting a startup?" He will say, "No, it's an MNC company." Then you say, "Is it Google?" Then he will say, "No, it's Infosys." What happens here is that people like to correct others. They want to prove themselves right, and they also like to look smart. You may have seen that when someone makes a mistake, like a spelling mistake or a mistake in a video, people comment to correct it. They try to show that they are right. So, if you want to know the truth, start giving wrong answers. The other person will correct you and reveal everything. This is how this psychological trick works. The fifth psychological technique is called fear-mongering. A brand called Listerine was created in the 19th century. The people who made it were very happy because it could be used as a hair product, a floor cleaner, a deodorant, and also as an antiseptic. When they first introduced it to customers, the product completely failed. Then, a genius marketer had an idea. Instead of promoting the product, he introduced a disease called halitosis. Actually, it is not a serious disease. It simply means bad breath. He used this name in marketing. He said that because of halitosis, many girls remain single and cannot find a partner. Then he said the solution is Listerine. After a few years, this product became very popular. It made millions of dollars in sales. This technique spreads fear to make people accept something. This is not a new technique. It has been used for a long time. One famous example is Adolf Hitler, who spread fear against Jews in Germany. Because of this, people attacked and removed Jews from their areas. In the same way, Big companies, politicians, and others use fear to influence people. Even in today's modern world, where information is easily available, people are still manipulated using fear-mongering. Fear-mongering works because people act quickly when they feel scared. The sixth psychological trick is love bombing. Love bombing is used in romantic relationships. In the beginning, a person shows a lot of love. Through actions and words, they give too much attention. They give gifts, surprises, and affection again and again. When the other person falls deeply in love and becomes emotionally attached, the love bomber suddenly reduces attention. This makes the other person feel pain. They start feeling rejection. So, if someone gives you too much love in the beginning or cares too much about you, you should stay a little careful. Real love grows slowly, not suddenly in extreme amounts. The seventh psychological technique is force teaming. Big companies create teams of employees because people like to feel part of a team. Bosses give long speeches and at the end say, "We are all one team." Then they may say, "We have to work on Saturday and Sunday too." After making you feel like part of a team, they may take advantage of you. So you should be careful about this. Feeling part of a team is good, but don't let it be used against you. The eighth psychological trick is choice restriction. This trick is used to control someone's decision. If you ask someone directly to do something, they may refuse. But if you limit their choices, you can control their decision. For example, if you want your younger brother or sister to study, they may refuse. So you say, either study or clean the house. Now their choice is limited. They will choose to study instead of cleaning. When choices are limited, people feel they are deciding, but actually they are being guided. The ninth psychological trick is the guilt trap. Rahul worked in an IT company. Everyone noticed his creativity and dedication. His colleague, Priya, took credit for his work. One day, Rahul politely said, "You take my ideas in meetings." Priya replied, "What happened, Rahul? We are part of the same team. I just say we are working together." Here, Priya used gaslighting. Next time she did it again, Rahul got angry and said, "You should not do this." Then Priya acted sad and said, "I am going through a tough time. I need an operation. I feel confident when people praise me. This is important for me. Maybe I cannot even work here." This is a guilt trap. Some people do wrong things and then make others feel guilty. Friends also do this. They say, "Let's go out and enjoy." If you refuse, they say, "You have changed. You are too busy now. You don't have time for us." This is also a guilt trick. Guilt traps make you agree, even when you are right. The 10th psychological trick is amplifying the problem. Amplifying means making a small issue big. For example, someone goes to meet their partner at 5:30 p.m. but arrives at 6 p.m. The partner says, "You are 30 minutes late. You don't care about me. I am suffering here. I don't want to go anymore." They make you feel guilty. Some people exaggerate small things and manipulate you. When emotions are exaggerated, the real issue becomes unclear. The 11th psychological trick is self-abasement. Manipulators often use this trick. They lower themselves intentionally. They do this to gain trust, to apologize, or to make relationships stronger. They insult themselves on purpose. For example, if your partner is upset, you say, "I know you won't listen to me. I don't deserve to be heard. I am a bad person. I always make mistakes. No matter what I do, I ruin things." This makes the other person feel guilty, and they start talking again. Sometimes people act weak to control the emotions of others. The 12th and last psychological trick is the silent treatment. This trick depends on one line. Silence speaks louder than words. Sometimes, to affect someone, you don't need to say anything, just stay silent. Silence can work strongly. It can trigger emotions, confuse the other person, and create self-doubt or anger. It can even increase attachment. People often use it in relationships. For example, if your partner makes a mistake and doesn't listen even after you explain, you stay silent. This confuses them. Some studies say silence is very painful for some people. But this should not be used in a dark way. Use it naturally. Silence can be powerful, but using it too much can damage relationships. In today's world, being smart isn't enough. You need to be psychologically aware. Because if you don't understand these things, Someone else will use them on you. But once you do understand them, no one can easily control or manipulate you. Now it's your turn. Comment, "I'm aware." So I know you're not just watching, you're actually learning. If you found this valuable, hit like and share it with your friends so they can stay aware too. You're not just watching, you're learning something most people ignore. Now don't stop here. Your next video is already on the end screen. 5 psychological tricks to influence people. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. This is where you'll learn how to actually use these techniques in a smart and positive way. Click the video on your screen right now. Don't wait, just tap it and continue the. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon, because the next video might just change the way you see people forever.